Hey, what's up, Print Hustlers? Matt here from Printavo. We are at the big trade show, the Long Beach Convention Impressions Expo. Let's check out what's new this year. Let's go. All right, so the first thing you see right when you enter those big doors, we've got a bunch of apparel. Here we've got the Gildan booth, we've got the American Apparel and Champion booth, and over here Comfort Colors, all Gildan properties. So you can see them making a splash right as you walk in. Always fun to check out the new gear, new fits, new styles, new colors. Definitely worth coming to the show to see everything starting off with the apparel. The price is right. I don't know how to get though. Right here we can see a sea of blue, which tells us we're at the M&R booth. Except this time we're seeing a little bit more yellow than normal. That's because M&R is now introducing their new line of presses. Many of them are going to be in the Stinger series. They're going to have the Hornet and the Yellow Jacket that are going to be making a splash here at the Impressions Expo. Kind of some newer technology, blending things from the Sportsman into things from the kind of the Cobra models and making a little bit of a hybrid machine. Really exciting, and they've had a lot of draw to this year. So we all know DTF is definitely here to stay and continuing to make a big impact. Here we can see M&R continuing to expand upon their DTF lines. We already have the Quattro DTF machines. Now they're also working with a series of different types of application presses that are large-scale rotary heat presses, as well as cutting options for cutting down gang sheets and individual items. Pretty cool seeing how DTF keeps growing larger and taking more of a hold in our industry. And of course, we're always going to see our major suppliers such as S&S as well as Sanmar at these shows. Always fun to come by these booths and see what new inventory and stock items they're going to be bringing in from all the amazing manufacturers out there in the industry. Check it out. It's not common that you see a new interrupter in the screen print manufacturing space, but we have that here with DCC. DCC had worked with M&R in the past. They're a big manufacturer on the global scale. They're newer to the US. Really interesting to see them start to kind of enter our market, and they're definitely making a splash. So obviously you should be trying to buy new equipment when you can. However, it's not always an option. So I recommend things like Embellisher or other places that you can get trusted, pre-owned, we like to call pre-loved equipment to help your shop grow. We're getting an exclusive sneak peek before the show opens with the man, the myth, the legend, Zach. Zach, show us what's new.
All right, guys, first off, thank you very much. And then let's go check out the Rock booth. We have a lot of cool, exciting new product here that's gonna really be pushing things forward coming in 2026. Let's go. So one of our really cool products that we've really been pushing to the next limit over the past year has been our Impress, especially with our automation features that we have in it. So we have our Rock feed over here. This allows us to downsize to one operator for this whole setup. So with this, you can automate your transfers to not only speed up your transfer production to anywhere from 200 to 500 transfers an hour, but it also gives you the ability where you can also downsize the amount of people that you need in your operation simply by adding a feed. One of the other automation things that we also added was the pull. Okay, so instead of having a person that actually needs to pull and remove the transfer sheet for the transfer, we were able to make this pull right here that will not only pull it, but we have this really cool barrel too right here to keep it all nice and clean in your shop so you're not having transfer sheets everywhere. And then finally, one of the things we've been really working on hard is how do we keep it to one operator, right? The more automation we can have into our process and into our shops, the more efficient, the more money we'll make. So finally, we've been working right here on the puller and the stacker. So what this does, it removes the shirt after it's gone and got its post press, comes over here, and the machine will also stack the shirt and it'll come down over here for a nice stack.
So let me get this right. You guys have taken the opportunity to have DTF, which we already know is amazing to use in high color counts. It started off as small quantities, now small to medium to even some large quantities. And with this machine, this whole setup, you can have one person loading. It's having the DTF placed, pressed, peeled, pulled and stacked with one person, and you're able to do like 200 plus an hour?
It's amazing. I think one of the best examples we've seen was, honestly, we went into one shop, they were running 50 stations with dual presses at each station for heat pressing with 50 people, right? We implemented one full automated like this, and we also implemented just 2 more without the full automation features, and they've downsized below to 20 stations. So they were able to get a lot faster and get a lot better with that efficiency, and downsize their working crew too.
Which means the working crew left over, they can have better, more qualified, get paid better, have more opportunity, and you're not sacrificing quality or throughput for your customers. It's not often in my lifetime we've seen a lot of true innovation in the space. DTF has made a big pivot to that, and Rock has shown up so heavily on how to meet that opportunity with things like this. Super awesome.
Yeah, one of the big things that we're seeing, not only just with Rock, but what we're all trying to do, right, is we're trying to push the industry towards specialization, right? We don't want mediocrity anymore, especially with all this amazing equipment. So that's one thing we've been able to see, but let's keep it moving. If you are, still doing the screens, or you're just getting involved in screens, maybe you're a manual shop over here and you're trying to grow into having an auto, this is the Rock E. This is a phenomenal press to have when you're growing your system. This is all-in-one press, so it actually has the air built into the press, so you only need an electrical hookup. It's phenomenal to making that jump, or if you're just getting started in screen printing also. Definitely an amazing product, super cool. This right here is one of our Rock dryers. This one is super cool because it's fully electric. So we have a bunch of different selections of our Rock dryers, where we have the electric dryers, we have our hybrid dryers, which are gas and electric, and then of course we have our gas dryers. But another amazing piece to add to your equipment and keep it green. But this press right here is the one I want to show you the most. We have the next press over there, which is the next level up from the E-press, which we just went over here. Really cool. You're changing over from having a single cylinder to having multiple cylinders for each print head. That gives you more capability. And it also changes over from a Geneva drive to switching over to a chain drive. So when you're operating with a chain drive press, the really cool thing is you can operate a lot faster, have a lot more precision on the way it's indexing and where you're sending it. And it also has a lot more features where you can send the pallet directly
back and forth, not just one direction.
Yeah, so instead of me having to unlock the star and spinning it either to my partner who I'm operating with or myself, I can simply just hit that head, they can hit their head, and the pallets will not only just spin there, but they will actually know exactly what direction is the fastest direction. Just another really cool feature to increase that efficiency, which is always our goal.
Time matters.
Hell yeah. Oh man, this one right here, this is the one of all ones. So this is our Eco Press. So not only does this have a lot of the amazing features that the next press has, this has a double chain, so it goes even faster. One of the other things that this has is a mode called fly mode. So what that does is it allows the press to speed up as it goes by necessarily not allowing the heads to fully lift up and having everything indexing at a faster rate. So really cool that not only is it going to go fast and you can easily print anywhere from 800 to 1200 hours of prints, but it's going to get you to go faster. You don't have to push it, which is really cool. It also has this amazing digital display at each print head, so you can digitally control the flood stroke, all that stuff, speeds right from here. And then some of the things that I'm really loving about the new upgrades with the Rock presses is these phenomenal off contacts. So we've changed from having these discs in the middle for pushing off contacts to now we have a click system. So it will all click into that next off contact spot. And on top of that, it's a lot easier. We found that these knobs that we use for our micros are phenomenal for our partners. So we also made that change here. And then finally, the other feature that we added to this is we also added a auto locking and unlocking pallet mode. So now you no longer have to use a spring system or do any manual unlocking. Simply go like this, and all the pallets are unlocked, and I can put them right back down, like so. And I'm all done. So really cool. And again, more efficiency, but also what we're doing here is we're increasing the product and improving the product so you have more longevity of the product. We want the product to last as long as possible. So by adding this locking system, it definitely increases that longevity of the pallet arms. So super cool. We're not done yet. It's not just production and all that. We got one more piece of equipment to show you. So come on. So the final piece of rock equipment, whether you are screen printing or you're DTFing, fulfillment, right? Now, the basic way when you're doing a lot of fulfillment and bagging is the normal ways, standard on table, you're folding yourself, but you can only do so much, right? With the rock fold, you can fold anything from a t-shirt all the way up to the hoodie, long pants, long sleeves, all that stuff, and it's gonna go all the way down and finish at our bagger. We also have the ability to not only just put it in a bag, but it can also label it right on that same system. So when it comes to the efficiency, like the things you and I always talk about, to be able to take 3 steps and put it into one, that's where you make your money. Now, if you're doing fulfillment, especially at a higher level, this is something you definitely need, because unless you're gonna add 3 people to your process every time to increase that speed, you can put the equipment in there and get you to the next level.
Hell yeah. Zach, as always, a pleasure getting to see what's new, what Rock's doing, and to hear from the best. Appreciate you, big dog.
Appreciate you, dog. Love you.
Love you. Here we are with the Print Profit. We've got Nick here. Nick, super curious, what's new with Print Profit?
Yeah, excited to come to Long Beach this year and release Print Profit 2.0. You know, talking to shop owners all around the world, the name of the game is just tell me what I need to know, keep it simple, and what do I do next?
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes is a shop in Denmark. We don't need another dashboard that says we're doing bad. We need your help of what do we do next?
Yeah.
So that really pushed us this year to say, hey, keep it simple. Let shop owners know what's the core information and how can they work as a team to get more profit.
I love it, I love it. So you got 2.0, it sounds like?
2.0.
Nice, and what's new with 2.0? And for those who don't know yet, kind of what do you help bring shops to do? What do you help shops do here?
Yeah, really wanting to give shop owners and their teams, for the first time, 20/20 vision to the financial performance of their shop. Are they making or losing money? But bring it real time, forward looking. And then more importantly, what can they do to get more of it? And that's a powerful 1-2 combination. And it's not all possible with great partnerships like Printavo, where we work with the order management, shop management softwares, and we make 1 + 1 = 3 together.
Yep, I love it, I love it. I know a lot of shops personally that swear by what Nick's got here with Print Profit. Check it out at printprofit.com?
Yeah, printprofit.com.
All right, thanks so much, Nick.
Thank you.
Yep. I'm not supposed to play favorites. However, one of my go-to shirts for the last couple of years now, and still to this day, AS Color. I love coming to this booth, see what new colors they've got, what new cuts they've got, and always check out some of the friends in the industry that are always coming to flock to this booth as well. Be sure to check out AS Color. All right, our wonderful partner Easiway is of course here showcasing all their wonderful chemistry for reclaiming, and they're of course pushing their amazing technology called Blue Water. These Blue Waters, we come around here, these are going to be automatic reclaim systems that really help you with getting more throughput and spending less money. When you're taking a dirty screen, you're loading it in and it comes out clean, you're recycling a lot of the chemistry, you're not wasting as much of the environment, and again, you've got a person who isn't covered in slop all day manually doing this. They can feel a little better, they can breathe a little better, and they can use Blue Water from Easiway. This is pretty cool. It's not something you see every day either. So we've got a kind of a micro factory here. We're able to now actually directly print onto fabric, another type of DTF, direct to fabric. It was around before direct to film actually. So oftentimes it's sublimation, but we can also use other types of inks, solvent and solventless, to print directly onto the actual fabric. What's really cool is that you can come over here and you can see something like this. This is going to be laser cutting. So you laser cut that printed fabric, and what you get at the end is all you need to sew together for a finished print, cut, and sewn item. It's pretty cool. And here we are in DTF land. We've got a couple different major manufacturers of different size DTF machines. You can really see how much taking over the market. Traditionally, we've got some larger machines. Now they're introducing things like desktop machines, smaller roll-to-roll, and really trying to hit the market wherever they are. Pretty crazy to see how much DTF is continuing to take over. Folks, you already know who we're here with. We're with the Nick Wood. at GraphXSource. I've used GraphXSource for, man, almost a decade now, I think.
Yeah, it's a long time.
And been a big fan of what they do, and they continue to make big impacts, big waves in great ways to this industry. Nick, what's new with you guys at GraphXSource?
Yeah, man, so we've experienced a lot of growth. So digitizing is blowing up. We opened up a new office in San Salvador last year, which has already hit about 115 people. So yeah, the staff just continues. So I think we just hit about 1,400 people globally. We really seeing a lot of growth in people outsourcing their art departments to a dedicated person. So they're in Printavo, running their statuses, getting all their proofs done, getting all their separations done, redraws. So it's pretty much whatever you would hire an internal designer for, we take on.
I love it. So some cool things I've actually seen in the last year that always blows my mind at ways that GraphXSource gets creative and our clients get creative with GraphXSource. I know multiple shops now that they're having a GraphXSource person, yes, doing amazing separations, but also entering orders into Printavo, getting client POs for contract work sent to them and having them do the typing to put it in. I've even got a shop that I work with that they have a GraphXSourcer answering the phone when the call comes in, helping take in new orders and direct clients on where to go next. So when you think about GraphXSource, they're not just your trusted solution for art, they are your trusted partner in this industry, and I love what y'all are doing. I really appreciate it.
Matt, that brings up a really good point. The data entry side is really, we've seen a lot of growth in that aspect as well too. So I would say if it can be done digitally and trained, it can be done by a person either in San Salvador, Honduras, same time zone as the US as well too. So you really get that one-to-one support as opposed to some other overseas companies where you kind of have to, the geographic timelines don't really line up. So,
or sometimes you're paying, but they're being used for a couple people.
Right.
With really,
Yep.
if you're hiring, they're yours.
They're your person.
Right?
They're
And
your
it's
person.
absolutely awesome. Nick, I appreciate you guys as always.
Oh, man.
How'd I order my gear? How'd I get here? Well, that's right. They are our partners now. We have joined forces with one of the best in the business, Order My Gear. We're super excited about this partnership and what 2026 is going to do for Printavo and Order My Gear.
We're very excited as well.
Let's go, brother. One of my favorite things at this shows is getting to see my friends that I talk to all the time actually continue to put in the work and keep changing the industry and making it better. And who do we have back there running the manual press? No other than the man, the myth, the legend, Dylan of Shirt Show. Rocking it out, talking to people, slinging ink manually, doing what he does best. Go Dylan! Woo! Impressions Expo Day 3 is well underway. I'm gonna head back to my home base, the Printavo booth, showcasing all that's new with Inksoft Printavo and everything else Printavo. Be sure to go to the next Impressions Expo near you, and I'll see you next time.